Ciao guys, what's up? I hope all of you are doing great. Actually, not great after this new news that has come out. So, as you all know, the new European Super League has been formed, and the entire footballing community is absolutely outraged by this decision. Today, we'll be discussing the format of this new European Super League, as that is still a little unclear for some people, and then we will talk about what effect this has on the new world of football. Talking about the format, the new European Super League is basically Europe's top clubs entering into a midweek competition which is going to be governed by the founding clubs itself. The founding clubs include the Premier League's top six, that is Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, and nobody knows why, Arsenal. Along with the Premier League top six, it includes La Liga's top three, that's Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and FC Barcelona, and also Serie A's top three, that is Juventus, AC Milan, and Inter Milan. These are the 12 founding clubs, but before the first season, before the inaugural season commences, there'll be 3 more clubs that'll be joining them as the founding clubs. The president of the European Super League is none other than Florentino Perez, and the vice presidents include Andrea Agnelli and Joel Glazer. The format of the new European Super League is actually very simple. It's almost the same as the domestic league's format. So there are basically going to be 20 participating teams. And from these 20, 15 of them are the founding clubs who can never be relegated. And after that, there's going to be a qualifying mechanisms for a further 5 teams to play. And this is going to be on the basis of the achievements of the previous season. After this, it's going to be 20 teams who are going to be playing in 2 groups of 10. There are going to be home and away legs as usual. The top 3 from each group are automatically going to qualify for the quarterfinals. And for the remaining, and for the teams who are 4th and 5th, there is going to be like a 2-legged playoff for the remaining positions of the quarterfinals. This 2-leg knockout format is going to be used till the finals, which is going to be held in the end of May. The competition will start by August. So the finals are going to be in the end of May. And after this 2-leg knockout format, the finals is going to be like a usual, it's going to be a single fixture in a neutral venue. So this was basically the format of the European Super League and how it is going to be played. Now, speaking about the motive behind the league, as you all know, it's like just purely money. Speaking only numbers, the clubs who accept the invite for the European Super League, for merely accepting the invitation and joining the European Super League, they are getting some $425 million. You get some 150 million for the Premier League, you get some 110 million for the Champions League. For this European Super League, the 15 founding clubs, they can't be relegated anyways. They're going to get some $300 million every single season as revenue. So with all these big numbers, the clubs obviously found themselves really, desperate because of the debt and the financial situation almost all of them are in because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I think that is why they accepted it, because why wouldn't someone want to earn that much? But this goes against everything football is about. This is like a war on football. This is like taking football out of football and just making it purely business, and that is so outrageous and so sad and so atrocious, and it's absolutely shocking for every single one. Like overnight, how the entire world of football can change like this. European Super League's main clash is with UEFA and FIFA. All 12 clubs are going to be excluded from the Champions League and their domestic leagues for next season. That is what is being said as of now. And every player who is a part of the European Super League is going to be banned from the 2022 Qatar World Cup. And along with this, everyone involved is going to be banned from all UEFA and FIFA competitions. And not only this, UEFA is also suing every single club with some 50 billion euros. These clubs are going to require the permission of these leagues to enter the European Super League, which they're not going to get. So that means they're going to break away from these leagues. And then I'm just wondering if this actually happens, what is going to happen of football. It's literally the entire dynamics of football and the entire world of football is changing because of this. And I don't know what are we going to do about it. Like, I really hope, this is going to be very difficult, but I hope they come to some terms, they negotiate some terms where, you know, these leagues are able to work hand in hand or side by side, and you know, it's not that it shouldn't be a war between these. It's like, you know, one league or the other. If you know, this is there, this is not going to be there, and that is just ruining the entire essence of football, ruining the entire meaning of football. It is killing football from its absolute roots. What has happened today is absolutely unacceptable. Creating this new European Super League with Europe's top giants, with Europe's top clubs, has the lure of untold riches. But at what cost? It is ruining football for everyone. It's just like, you know, complete lack of understanding of what this game is actually about, of what football is actually about, and it defeats the entire purpose of competitive football. We need to see teams like Ajax reach the Champions League semi-final. We need to see teams like, you know, Porto kick Juventus and all out. We need to see teams like Leicester win the goddamn Premier League. And making this European Super League with, you know, whatever big clubs or just Europe's elite clubs takes away all this from football. It takes away the entire appeal. I know everyone is absolutely disgusted by this, but anyways, this is what has happened. And right now, let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope. I know it's very difficult, but it's not going to be easy, but let's just hope they can negotiate some terms where, you know, ultimately these teams don't have to break away from the domestic leagues. They don't have to get banned from the World Cup or any other UEFA or FIFA competitions. Let's just please keep our fingers crossed and hope that it all works out. Right now everything is everything is really heated right now, but as things calm down in a few more days, few more weeks, let's just hope they come to terms with each other. Otherwise, this is the end of football, at least as it seems right now. Thank you so much. If you are still watching, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also comment your views down below on the same, and I'll see you soon.